proselytizing.
This is my message to the Christians. Stop your conversions, or you will learn a lesson from the Hindu society.
Umar Shankaracharya didn't say what that lesson would be, but his Hindu extremist organization, Bajrang Dal, often uses violence against Christians. Bajrang Dal and other radical groups are trying to turn India into a Hindu nation, what many people would even call a fundamentalist state. The goal of the Hindu radicals is to destroy India's reputation as a secular and pluralistic democracy and replace it with an explicitly Hindu identity. Ram Madhav is a spokesman for the RSS, a right-wing Hindu supremacist outfit. His group claims that Hindus are the original creators of Indian culture and that they are descendants from an Aryan race. All others are aliens or invaders.
Just as America belongs to Americans, Britain belongs to British, Germany belongs to Germans. He may be a Muslim, he may be a Christian, he may be a Jew. Similarly, India belongs to Hindus. It's a Hindustan.
These and other extremist views form their ideology known as Hinutva.
Hindutva ideology is basically fascist, that propagates one nation, one language, one people, one caste, one religion.
Caste-based discrimination is banned in the Indian Constitution, but this has not stopped violence against millions of Dalits across the country. According to India's National Crime Records Bureau, around 800 Dalits were killed in 2014, up from 673 the year before. They face rape, kidnapping and robbery, and in certain cases are even denied access to places of worship.
Look at the forms and nature of violence that are meted out on Dalit women. They're very different. Always public humiliation, stripping, parading naked in the village, tonsuring of head, pulling out of hair, nails.
उनकी माँ बहन और बेटियों को कब्र से निकालो और उनकी कटाइयों के साथ बलात्कार करो। आज ये समय की मांग है मित्रों, और यह केवल हिंदू युवा कर सकती है, संगठित युवा शक्ति कर सकती है। आज के अवसर पर केवल इतना निवेदन करता हुआ मैं अपनी बात पूरी करता हूँ।
तो जो बनी बात सुन रहे एएसआई जब तक नहीं कहेंगे यहाँ नमाज नहीं पढ़ी जाएगी।
देखिए जी, आप लिख के दे दे, हम जा रहे हैं।
लिख के नहीं देंगे एएसआई
नमाज को हम पढ़ेंगे।
नहीं, बिल्कुल नहीं पढ़ने
पढ़ेंगे।
चलो ठीक है, पढ़ो
आप पढ़ेंगे। अभी पढ़िए, अब बुला लीजिए, बिल्कुल बुला लीजिए, मस्जिद में पढ़ रहे हैं आप, गलत है, हम गलत है, हम मस्जिद में नमाज
एएसआई की चीज है,
एएसआई की नहीं है,
एएसआई की है, मुसलमानों की चीज है, एएसआई की नहीं है। आराम से बुलाऊंगा, यहाँ नहीं बुलाऊंगा, चलो।
Turning now to India, several weeks after brutal attacks against Christians in India's eastern state of Orissa, hundreds of believers are still hiding out in the surrounding jungle, and 2,000 are in refugee camps.
As George Thomas reports, the attacks are part of a larger campaign by Hindu radicals to turn India into a Hindu nation.
It was perhaps one of the worst attacks on Christians ever in India's history. Last month, hundreds of Hindu radicals destroyed more than 700 Christian homes in India's eastern state of Orissa.
The Hindu mob threatened us, saying that India belongs to Hindus. Christians do not belong here.
Some 95 churches were demolished or burned to the ground.
They warned us that if we rebuilt the churches, they would kill us. They would break our body into pieces, just like they broke our church.
People came from the city. They entered the village and destroyed everything. They started fires all around. It's those people, Hindu extremists. They told us we should become Hindu, that we should go to temples and wear bindis. But we refused. I'll never do that.
The village was razed to the ground, erased from the map. 32 houses were burned down. The assailants' fury is evident everywhere. The villagers are in a stupor, petrified in the face of such potent hatred. These two families have lived here for 20 years, Christians and Hindus in perfect harmony.
We live here, and we've never bothered about who's Hindu or who's Christian.
But they told us, if you're Hindu, you have nothing to do here. And they burned everything.
At that point, they were crazy. They wouldn't listen at all.
We were not allowed to speak to them. There were 200 or 300 of them. We were scared, but we managed to escape.
A new bill which seeks to regulate religious conversions has been introduced in the western state of Maharashtra, which is ruled by the Hindu nationalist Bharatiya Janata Party. And Christians are worried.
It is going to affect Christians in particular because propagation is something which is very intrinsic in the faith.
Termed as the Freedom of Religion Act but widely known as the Anti-Conversion Law, this legislation is already in force in 5 states. It effectively seeks to discourage evangelism. A mere complaint under this law is enough for Hindu nationalists to get pastors and Christian workers arrested.
The Christians in particular, we have seen from the past experiences, even where there has been no such law, the people, the Christians, their pastors, the evangelists have been under pressure and under threat, and they have been subjected to oppression.
anti-conversion laws say that no one can convert from one religion to another using force, allurement, or fraudulent means. Due to these vague terms, any social work could be seen as allurement, and a mention of hell as force. The legislation also requires people to either inform authorities about their conversions or seek permission before they can convert. Therefore, it is feared that Christians could become a soft target.